Mm-hmm. Oh, hey. Hi. It's Lisa and Leah here. Oh, hi. How are you
Hi,
doing?
how are you? We're
I'm
here.
good. You? We're
Good.
one day away from Wine Friday. I'm looking forward to that.
Wah, 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 wah. Wine. It's
I like
wine
that.
time. I
We'll
like a
have
little
to,
bit of cheese with my wine.
yeah, we'll have to create a song to go along with it. Good morning, Jason. Jason is a faithful watcher of our After Nine segments. And you are, if you're just tuning in, I'll have to do the whole Mike spiel because he figures people are tuning in from all over the world. You're watching
I
Lisa
guess
and Leah from AM
it
800 CKLW in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. There you go.
I guess it depends on how big your world is. Sometimes it's very small.
Well, yes, yes. Oh, yes, you have name
We have name
tags now.
tags now. We do?
We do.
What's going on here?
Hmm.
What's going on with this old shirt?
Oh, I
Okay.
think I
Have you
forgot to
gone
do that.
through have you gone through your clothes? This shirt is like so old and it's kind of like 70s, you
Yes,
know.
it's psychedelic.
It is. I don't know what's happening though. It feels like it's crooked. Anyway, do you like we talked about that the other day, but I'm looking in my closet going, all of you clothes, you need to go. All of you. Go away.
You said that to your clothes?
Yes, you all need to go. Dave's looking at me like, please, no, don't. Because most of them now I'm like, not wearing that again, never wearing that again, not wearing that again.
That's a good thing to do. It's very good to clean your closet. You get rid of stuff. But there's always that chance, Leah, that either we will fit back into that item that we haven't fit into in 5 or 10 years. And there's also a chance that it will come back into style. So there's always that hesitancy to throw things out, right?
Yeah.
Um, but then you're like, but what if? But what if? What if? Yeah, I like that top. I like that top on you. I think it's good.
Yeah, I don't even know what to wear right now. We're in that in between. You start off with something like you've got a little, is that pink? Is that a little pink? Something,
It's
something.
yes, it's light pink. Sometimes in this light it looks white, but yes, it's pink.
And then, by the time lunchtime rolls around, you're like, what was I dressing for? Like it was minus 20, which I don't want to complain because I'm waiting for the warm weather. That's my season. So, but yeah, it's hard to know. It's like spring and fall, right? Where you have to start off in layers and then you slowly shed.
Then you shed.
Then you
You
shed.
shed. You shed your skin or you shed your clothing. Yes.
Ah, a bit of
Um, yes. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. Yes. Okay, we got them back for you. Jeff is right. 50,000 watt blowtorch.
Oh, we forgot to say that? Oh, gee.
Jason thinks you might find skeletons in your closet if you look too hard.
Oh, I've got
And
some of
yes, good
those.
morning, Beverly. Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, I have questions for our viewers and for you today. All right.
All right.
Two big questions today.
Okay. Shoot.
One is one is what tree should I plant in my front yard? Um, we had a big
Ooh.
evergreen that had to be cut down because it was dying several years ago, and I loved it. It added dimension to our front yard. It was just and when it was gone, it's like, ugh, there's nothing
Yeah.
there now. So we've said for years now we're going to plant a new tree, and we haven't. So yesterday, Craig goes for these extremely long walks. Well, I went for a long walk with him yesterday. I think we did close to 10 kilometers, but we walked to my parents' house so I could use the bathroom. That's always, I'm like, well, I'll go if I know for sure that I can stop along the way and use a bathroom if I need to. Because this is my issue now. I can't go for long walks. I'll be like, I was stranded before and I had to call my son to come pick me up. Long story. Anyway, so we went for this long walk. And on our walk, I was pointing out all of the trees to Craig, like, oh, that's a dogwood. There's your Japanese maple. There's a blue spruce. Do you like this one? How about that one? That's a beech. What do you think of this? And I think 10 minutes into it, he was already blocking it out. But there are so many different types of trees, right? So
Mhm.
the only way you're going to figure it out is if you walk around and look at other people's properties. Is there a tree that you have on your property that you love, or that you would like to get that you've always loved?
Um, Yeah, I don't know the name of it. Our neighbors down the street have one, and it's like, it's probably 10, 15 years old now. So, it's pretty thick around, and it's got lots of branches that grow out, and it's got these curly green things that hang off of it.
Hmm.
And I think it's the coolest tree, and every year they can trim it down, and it just the curly stuff grows back again. Like, so they can give it a good trim. And it's not like they're
Wow.
a tree. I'll have to find the name of it. I'll have to see if I can take a picture of it. There's
Yes.
that one. See, it doesn't
Yes.
because you don't know the name. But if you
No.
come down my street, you'll see a picture of it.
Okay.
Or I'll get
And
it.
there's a lot to be said too for having an evergreen, because they're green all year, right? So even in the winter, they look the same. They don't lose their leaves and look like really spindly and,
But where are
you
you
know.
putting it? If you're putting it kind of like off to the side somewhere, like Lisa, if you get an evergreen, that sucker's getting lights on it for Christmas.
That's what I was thinking. Mhm.
See?
Yeah. Sylvie says cherry plum bush tree. I don't know what that is.
No, either do I.
Wow. Sounds pretty exotic.
And somebody else I know, yeah, doesn't get keys. Yeah, talk to me about it, Jeff. We have the biggest maple tree that if it decided to fall over, it would crush our house and all of us in it in a minute. Like, it's massive and it's
Do you
right in our
do you
backyard.
get it do you get it checked regularly to make sure it's not dying or anything?
We did. We had it trimmed last year, and we just have new neighbors moving in beside us. And they too, like, if both trees, like one in our backyard and one in our neighbors, if they both converged like this, our house would be pummeled into the ground, and everything that was alive in it would be certainly dead, because they have a massive, as Mike likes to say, maple tree in their backyard. They just moved in. They informed us they're taking it down, and it looks like it's in better shape than ours.
Wow, and they're taking it down because they don't want the mess? Or they're fearful?
I don't know, but it's a beautiful big tree. I don't know
Yeah.
if I would take it down. We need
Wow.
trees. We need
We
trees.
do. We absolutely do, and I'm always
But their
attracted.
property. What are we going to do?
That's right. I'm always attracted to neighborhoods that have mature trees, right? To me, it just adds so much character. But neighbors of ours had to take their big tree down in the front yard, and to me, it was the most beautiful tree. It was the perfect shape. I loved looking at it out my front window, but it was dying. It was dying, and they had that fear, that big branch is going to come down on either their house or somebody else's or on somebody, and they had to be responsible and take it down. It was a sad day for them too. But yeah, I mean, so it's hard to know what to pick. Blue spruce, yes, Jennifer, that was. I think it's made perhaps our top five. Um, it's just kind of different looking, but there's a lot of ornamental evergreen type trees too. I don't know. I would like one that flowers all year, has great colors, and you don't have to take care of. Okay,
I think that's a cartoon tree.
it might be. It might be.
I don't know
Um, I
if
don't
that
know.
exists.
Mm. Now,
Oh
what
my God.
Sylvie are you talking about? Oh, cherry plum bush tree again. Okay. Oh, this is one that I really like. And somebody answered this red bud. And those are the trees that you'll see right now with the really, really bright pink or bright purple little tiny flowers on it, and they catch your eye. And they're kind of like
Mm.
like long branches. It's not like a full tree.
I'll have a name for you tomorrow, because I have a friend who we've been commenting on her tree, and I know she said the name of it, and I can't think of what it is, but I'll have the name of it for you tomorrow. And it's a really pretty tree too. And the leaves on it look kind of reddy pink. So maybe it's
Nice.
a red bud. I don't know, but I'll find out. And it's very pretty. Our
Uh,
neighbors have a magnolia tree, and it's
oh,
stunning. However, they're beautiful for 2 weeks, and then all the leaves fall, and it's a big mess. But it's gorgeous. I get to enjoy it when I look out at their house.
okay. Um, Tricolored beech tree is another one that has like pink leaves and like different colors. It's all like a variegated leaf somehow. I don't know. But anyway, if anybody has any more suggestions or you have a tree that you love and it's, you know, beautiful and has lasted a while, that's the thing. And then Craig's like, what about a birch tree? I'm like, well, we have one. We have a birch tree in our backyard. And I don't think they're known to last all that long. You know, like I think they're kind of a short lived tree.
I don't know.
Um,
I
anyway,
don't know.
okay. Second question.
Oh God. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Is it ever okay? And have you, is it ever okay to cut your spouse's hair?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But I wouldn't do it.
Of course it's okay, but I would never do it.
No, are
Would
you
you?
kidding?
You'd never
I
cut
mean,
Dave's hair? Listen,
as soon as I have a couple of glasses of wine in my hand, these things are the bane of my existence. And I'm like, I always have to call for intervention. I text a friend and be like, I'm about to cut my bangs. I've got scissors in my
well, it's
hair.
one thing to cut your own hair and trim it. It's another thing to cut your spouse's hair. Like
No,
if things go wrong.
well, because
Mm.
once when the dog was hot, we have one of those kits. And I thought, oh, poor dog. So I started at her tail and worked my way up her back to her ears. And there was no number on it, like no attachment, just straight up. Like, and as I was starting, I'm like, oh dear, that seems pretty short to me. But I thought, I can't stop now. So I basically gave her a reverse mohawk. So she was basically down to her skin on the middle of her back. And
Leah,
she had hair on both sides. And Dave came home and I said, oh, I did a terrible thing. And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, I cut the dog's hair. Him and my kids were like, Mom, don't ever do that again.
poor pilot.
Depressed. I'm saying she has no idea. But
Yes, they know.
we had to
They
keep her out
know.
of the sun because she would have got a sunburn. And they're like, didn't you use any put a like an attachment like a number 6 or what? I don't
Yeah,
even know. I'm like,
right.
no, I just turned it on and went, yeah.
Oh my God, Leah.
So you don't want me cutting
Hilarious.
on anybody, and nor will they
Okay.
let me. If they see
Well,
me, you know how they say you shouldn't run with scissors? When they say
yes.
me with scissors, they run.
So I noticed when Dave poked his head in yesterday to say hello before we started, his hair is long, right?
Very long.
And so is Craig's. And so I've always said to Craig, "Oh, let me cut it," and he's always said, "No way." Well, he finally said yes,
So
and
you did it?
now that he said yes, I'm like, okay, then this weekend we're doing it. And then I've been thinking, I don't have a clue how to do this, and I know Kelly cut Mike's hair last year when we first went through this whole thing and shut down, and everybody's hair was getting long. And I think she went on, she went on YouTube and like took tutorials and watched how to do it. And maybe that's what I have to do. But man, oh man, it just seems like a big risk, you know?
Who's
Hmm.
gonna know? How hard is it gonna be? Watch a
Leah,
tutorial, grab some sharp scissors, put a blindfold on Craig, put one on you, and start snipping.
maybe we should do it during Wine Friday tomorrow. Have a seat.
Right? Oh my god.
You
But
know,
somebody
I,
else I know, she cut her husband's hair and he's got like a big bald patch at the back.
oh my God, see, this is it.
Yeah.
This is my concern.
Yeah.
One slip up and you're done.
I know. But you know what? It's COVID times. Who's going to know? Wear a hat.
Okay, so that's really your backup.
Yeah, wear a hat.
Oh
You know,
well,
one of those
wear a hat.
hats that has fake hair built into it.
Oh my God, Leah. Yes, Jason, I could have done it yesterday. He was off, and he was pretty willing to do to be a part of the show. It seemed.
Oh,
Yeah. Nope. Penny said, "Be afraid."
be
Mm-hmm.
very afraid.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
come back down.
Mary's along the line that you are. It always grows back.
Well, it does. It does for sure. And I just want to see it. I think you should film it. Just videotape that and then you can you can play that on the air. You can play it here.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll allow that. Yeah. So if I do go through with this weekend, because he's got very, very thick hair. And when it gets a
Okay.
little long, it makes his head look like it's too heavy. So I need to, and what he said is it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, go ahead and cut it. So,
Or you could always find one of the underground hairstylists that's
nope,
still operating during COVID times. I don't
I,
know of any personally,
I don't
but
either.
everybody I know, and we've had texts to say people are doing it.
Yeah, I get it. I do. I get it. But I feel bad for the people who are following the rules. You know what I mean?
I know, I know.
And they
But
know that others are not and getting away with it. I don't know.
really difficult. Like, for example, if you just rent a chair in a shop,
Yeah.
that's your job. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I guess you're getting a little bit of government help, but there's so many people out there, right? I mean, and I thought it was pretty perfectly safe when I got my hair done. They limited, even the shop I would go to, they would limit
Yes.
the number of chairs. Like if there were
Yes.
6 people with chairs, only 3 people could work on any given day. Everybody had a mask on. Like it, I'm sorry, but it was safe. Even if you said to me, even if they said you can go, you can get a color, but we're not blowing hair dry, or I don't know, or you got to step outside to get your hair blown dry because of the fact that you're now blowing particles around or something. Well, you've got a mask on. I would even do that, and then cut my hair and I can style it on my own. Like whatever. Like there's options, but none of
Well,
that was ever explored.
you're right. My salon was like to the extreme as far as safety measures are concerned. And credit to Anna, my friend who owns a salon, who is following the rules today. But here's a point: the people who are kind of going underground and putting the curtains in their windows and still doing people, the are they still following rules? Is it not better to open up and then monitor everybody, making sure everybody's following the rules? Is that not safer than having people do it underground?
Yeah, and I would think that I would think the majority of people, and I have no evidence of this, but I would think the majority of people are still doing what they should be doing. Just because they're breaking the rule to say, I've got to open, I've got to put food on my table, somebody who might be a single parent or whatever the case may
Mm-hmm.
be, it doesn't mean just because they're breaking one rule, they're breaking them all. I think you're right. I think there could be a combination of those things, but yeah, I don't know. And gyms, you go to a small gym. I know
Yep.
somebody who goes to a small gym and it's open. People are going. If they can
What?
prove that, if they can prove that therapeutically they need to go to a gym,
Oh,
they're going to a gym. They're going.
huh. So that's a loophole.
Yep.
But isn't every workout therapeutic?
Well, you could argue that. And the police are not allowed to enter to
What do
see.
you mean?
Well, you've got to have a search warrant, as
Well, what about
far
people
as I
from the
know.
health unit?
I don't know. I don't think they can go in. I think they can come knock on your door, but I don't think they're allowed in. Now, I'm not advocating this. I'm just saying this is the position we're all in now. Now, I said I'm not advocating this, but I talked about going to a hairdresser. But I think this is where we're at, right? That yeah, there are some gyms that are open. I talked to somebody. They go to a
Really?
gym and they know the
Hmm.
law, and they said they can't come in. And sometimes people will sit in the parking lot, but guess what? They cannot come into the gym and ask anybody anything. And other people are doing things on the side as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So today's a big day. Like at noon, we're
Yep.
going to hear from Doug Ford and everybody else from the province who are decision makers as far as stay at home and is concerned. And we'll find out if it's extended for sure and if there are any concessions that go along with it. I kind of doubt it.
By the way, one of the things we didn't talk about on the air today, which I thought was a good one, but I always wondered all these people that are getting these like $880 COVID fines because they refuse to
Yeah.
um quarantine at the
Yeah,
airport, or what is it, 700, is it 770, or are they all 880 if you're caught
I don't
having a
know.
big party or whatever? And I'm thinking, oh God, the courts are so backed up now doing Zoom stuff. Are these people actually ever going to get charged and have to pay for
Right.
it? Well, in BC, you don't get to renew your driver's license without paying.
And that's a
So
great way to get around it, right?
I think so too. And we are short
Mhm.
on cash. So
But what if you fight it?
if
What if
everybody
it,
gets
what
to
if you're
get,
fighting it and it gets caught up in the courts? Do you have to
well,
pay
you
it
can,
first and then fight it?
well, maybe, but you still have to get a lawyer to do that, right? So I'm like, damn straight. That's a great idea. You don't get to renew your driver's license if you don't pay your COVID fine. I'm okay with that.
Depends what you're getting fined for.
I guess. And I guess you'd have to, if you think it's legit, it's like anything. Then you got
Yeah.
to fight it, I guess. But that's one of the things that they're doing out in BC. Don't know if they're doing that in other provinces as well. Punitive, yeah, I know, but you know what? People got to do, for the most part, people got to do the right thing. COVID common sense, people. COVID common sense. See, there you go. Somebody says, still getting my hair cut. We both wear masks, and it's only one person in the shop at a time.
And then Jason says, "Where, Jeff?" I don't know if
Yeah.
Jeff will let you know.
Does he do women, Jeff?
Mm. It's a difficult time for everyone, but that may mean that I cut Craig's hair this weekend. I
Can you wait? Okay. Can you do it? Okay, here's the setup. Tomorrow we start off with Wine Friday.
Yes, that's a given.
We start drinking wine early. Then we
Like,
have
okay.
lunch on your back deck and we drink more wine. Then we get silly and giggly all afternoon and maybe do a shot.
Oh God.
Then when Craig comes home from work,
Oh
we fire up the scissors and the hedge trimmer
my God.
and we sit them down in a chair. We get them all comfortable. I'll tie them up.
Oh my God.
We'll pour another glass of wine, and then we'll ask him. So, what would you like to have done? What would you like to have done to your hair today, sir?
He won't know what to do.
And then we have at her.
And it will be the best damn haircut he's ever had, says
Would be the best.
me.
I think we should do it.
All right. I'll run it by him. Or I guess I shouldn't, right? It's going to be a surprise.
That hedge trimmer, I haven't heard, I haven't lost any fingers or digits or anything. The ones that go through. I'll just like right around Craig's head, and then you can do the fine. You can finesse the job.
I can fix it
Yeah.
after you've been at it, like Pilot's hair. Well, we'll give him a reverse mohawk like you did your dog.
Oh my God, I think that would be the best ever.
Wow.
Don't don't cut his hair when you're sober, because you're really gonna have a hard time. Because after the first snip, you're gonna be like, "Oh, geez, Craig, I don't know." So at least have some liquid courage and just be Edward Scissorhands.
Well, there's a lot to be said for that in being extra careful. Like if you're extra careful and extra nervous, it's not going to go well.
I know. See,
So, yeah, okay.
that's my
I'm with you part of the way. You have to convince me about the hedge clippers, but I'm willing to be willing to be convinced that way. I don't know. I don't even know if I have clippers, like the hair kind.
We do. I'll send you the kit. You can have it.
But those are for dogs, are they not?
No, they're for people. I think we have a people one too. I think we have people one too. So I think
So Brenda's in England, and she said slowly opening up as of Monday the 17th, we can go eat in places and go overnight, stay somewhere. Households of 6 can get together in-house, 30 people outside. We are jealous, Brenda. We are
well,
jealous.
yeah, there aren't you. I think they're drinking beers and pubs in England already. By the way, all AstraZeneca. In the UK, I believe, and they're like
Yep.
they're like getting down on it. They're ready to go. Their summer has started.
Yes, to a certain extent. I mean, all of my relatives live there and we talk with them regularly and they're just a little bit ahead of us. So that's a big jump. Excuse me, what she's talking about. That's a big jump for Monday. Um,
Patios too. Patios. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you can put a table outside your restaurant in your parking lot like they allowed last year, whatever the case may be, patios should be allowed to be open. Maybe not indoor dining, patios should be allowed to be open. I don't care what anybody says. Now that the weather is nice, abso-friggin-lutely.
I agree. I agree. I miss
Why is
going
it
out for
that we
dinner.
have such common sense and our government does not?
They haven't called us, although I think I have Doug Ford's number somewhere. Maybe we'll, after we've had our wine and we've got the hedge clippers ready and we've got our liquid courage, we can call Doug Ford tomorrow and let him know what we think.
Well, and maybe we hop in the car after that, along
Oh,
with those tools of the trade, and we get some zip ties. And we'll kidnap them and bring them back to Windsor.
he can stay at your house, okay?
Absolutely. I'll be my friend. The
My
guest
friend.
room is for you. Oh my
Okay,
God.
don't forget to listen at noon, see what's going on, and then we'll talk about it on the air tomorrow. Colin DeMello will be with us at 6:37 every Friday morning. He's with us, and he's the Queens Park bureau chief for CTV, and he's got it. He's got a lot of ins with what's going on in the province, so he'll break down whatever we hear today and give us some of the reaction and no doubt any pushback that he's been hearing.
Absolutely. We'll get after it. Have a good one.
Hey, you too. Get ready for Wine Friday.
Later, Baker. Later, Gator.
Bye.
Baby. Yeah, bye.